Hello, everybody. Welcome to your writer's warm-up from Jesse Stong and Playwright's Workshop, Montreal. Hello. Hello, Madeline. Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining me. I'm so glad to be here again. Another week of writing. It's our 27th episode. 27 activities, 15-minute activities to start your morning off right as a writer. Today we're continuing part 2 of the chakra exercises, writing from the core, writing from different parts of the body. My stepmom and dad said, what are chakras? When they watched the last video, they had to stop and Google it. So I should have explained that. They're points on the body, and we're trying to look at how do we do whole body writing? How do we connect to our core when we're writing? Let me know if my sound is having any problems. I wanted to say really quickly, just while we're doing the opening revealing exercises, that I'm really proud of myself, and I'm proud of you too. A few people wrote me this week to say they've been doing the half-hour-a-day challenge of actually setting a timer, sitting down and writing for 30 minutes nonstop every day. And I wanted to say that I've been doing that as well. Oh, hi, Anne-Marie. Hi, everybody. I've been really focusing in the morning. I wake up and I read a little bit to keep myself distracted and to keep the kids busy. And then I make them breakfast. I make them snacks. My husband gets up. I send them out the door. And as soon as they're out the door, I sit my butt down, I start my timer for 30 minutes, and I write. And the reason why I do that is I don't do yoga first, I don't take a shower, I don't do anything that's going to distract me. I get it done first thing in the morning as early as I can. And I've been having like some amazing results. And I just wanted to share that. I keep saying it over and over, but it really works. It's like building the discipline of your writing. And if you show up as early as you can every day, amazing things happen. And don't read your stuff before you start. Don't start editing and typing. I want you to sit down first thing in the morning as soon as you can. Start a timer for 30 minutes and go. Just write, burst, right? And today's your little burst activity. Yeah, I don't know. What it does for me is it makes me not procrastinate it all day and make a really unhealthy relationship to your writing where all day you're like, I know I got to write today. When am I going to do it? No, get it done in the morning. And then also it inspires the rest of my day. I find I'm spending the rest of my day applying for grants and writing proposals and doing editing things and all the other things. If I start and get the good writing done early, the creative writing, the burst, get it done as soon as you can. I'm telling you. Don't do 35 minutes, do 30 minutes, cut it off and then be like, that's it for today. Think about it. It really works. And I've been writing a lot of good stuff, I gotta say. And I hope you have too, and I know some of you said you have. I just wanted to say really quickly the charity before we dive in today. Today I'm talking about the Jane Goodall Foundation. And if anyone knows me, they know I love me my Jane Goodall. I got my photo here of when I met Jane Goodall, and you can't tell from that photo, but I cried hysterically, and I also snuck in and sat in the front row and pretended I was a journalist. Long story, but I love Jane Goodall. And chimpanzees, this is a buzzkill, sorry, but chimpanzees can get COVID, and they're really worried about it because they're already endangered. So this organization that does so much for the world, the Jane Goodall Institute, now on top of that, they're doing so much more during this pandemic to protect these chimpanzees. Please just give $1, $5, $10. Just give. It's a tax deductible thing. So writing from the chakras. If you didn't if you didn't watch part 1, you can go back episode 26, or you can do that after. It doesn't matter. We're going to start from the core. We're going to start from the heart chakra. So what I'm going to do is I want you to just focus for I almost knocked my mic chakra over. We're going to focus for 30 seconds. I'm going to tell you a little bit about it. Close your eyes, and then you're going to write for 1 minute, and then I'm going to tell you one more thing for 30 more seconds, and we're going to do it 3 times. 3 bursts of writing. If this is your first time with me, just write as fast as you can. Don't think, don't edit. This is a creative burst. This is a data dump. Write in a book that you love, like my butterfly book. Don't type, don't edit, don't think, don't look up at the sky. You're just letting it out of you today. This is your warm-up, right? You're supposed to be warming up the idea. So think about a character, or you can write from your own perspective as long as you're writing. And we're going to explore different parts of the body and what happens when we write not just from our brain, when we write from our different parts. We did the first 3 last episode. Check it out. Now we're going to do 3 more, okay? So put your hands on your hearts. It's a little spiritual, but let's do it. So the heart chakra, the Anahata, I think I pronounced that wrong for sure, but Anahata means the unstruck chord, the unbroken part, right? And you hear that a lot. You can really think about it. Don't start thinking about what you're writing yet. Just listen. Get into the world of the heart chakra. The sound is like If you make that before your you'll feel it right there. And the heart chakra, they call it the unstruck chord because it's like your pure core. There's a part of you that never changes. There's a part of you, well, not never changes. There's a part of you that is never damaged. We get distracted from our heart. We can get blurry and not see our heart clearly. But the belief in chakras is that there's a little person inside of you that's like the purest part of you, that no matter what happens, it's going to stay there pure. The unstruck chord. And so what I want you to think about, I want you to picture that green emerald city. I want you to picture that little perfect pure person inside. And I want you to think about your character. How do they relate to that? I want you to write for 1 minute about how they relate to their heart. Do they listen to their heart? Do they connect to it? Do they distract from their heart? Do they escape it? Or even just write about what does that little person look like? Who is that pure little person in their heart? What is that undamaged part of themselves? And maybe it's been damaged, but if you stripped all that away, what's the purest part of them? Write about that for 1 minute. Go. Their pure heart, go. It's 15 seconds. What is it? What does it feel like connecting to your heart as this character? Picture that part of the body. Just write anything you can. There's no wrong answer. There's fly, little sleeper. 10 more seconds. So I want you to just think for a second, was that difficult for your character to connect to their heart? Or is your character a very heart-centered person? And I want you to just answer in 1 sentence. You have 30 seconds. My character connects to their heart by what? What did they do? How do they connect to their heart? They do it by, and maybe they never do. Write that down. More seconds. Good. Okay. It's really important to get to the heart of characters. Like, even if you're writing a villain, you have to think, who were they before they were a villain? I've been thinking a lot about like Donald Trump was once an abused child, right? And as much as we don't want to enable him or whatever, we don't want to like go down that route, but it's important to find the humanity in every character in order to fully process them. It's dangerous to have a character or a belief in somebody being inhuman, right? There's a pure part in every character, and that I could spend a whole episode on the heart chakra, but we're moving up to here, Visuddha, the throat chakra. The color is light blue or cloudy blue, kind of. And this is about, well, you can, why can't I remember the sound now? No, I can't remember the sound of it. I think it's, it doesn't even matter. So I want you to just put your hand here and feel the vibrations of the throat chakra. The throat chakra is about how you communicate, how you express yourself. It's about when it's really well connected to the heart, it's a pure expression. When it's very disconnected and it takes over, it's over-expressing or under-expressing or imbalanced expression, right? And I just want you to write for a bit while I try to remember the chakra sound. Just write for a bit from that. How does your character communicate? How does your character express themselves? How has your character expressed themselves? How do they express themselves? How do they express themselves in stressful situations? Just go for a minute. How do they express, communicate? See what comes up. Try to write in their voice even. That might work. 1 minute. Picture that part of the body. How does it feel for them to live in that part of their body, in their throat? Any details, physical, emotions. Don't just theoretical. Don't just be theoretical. Does my character communicate well? Maybe list some things. When did they once over communicate, under communicate? I'm communicating too much. 30 more seconds. Ten seconds. Sum it up. Good. So I remembered the sound. Put your hand on your throat with me. Close your eyes. Hum. Do that one time really long. Hum. Hum. It's a hum. Now write one more sentence about it. Do the sound. Write one more sentence. 10 seconds. Go. Surprise yourself. It's a weird one today. Good. Okay, so the last one that we're going to do, even though there's the Sahasrara, oh my gosh, my pronunciation's bad today, which is like your connection to the universe. You can do that on your own time. It's a whole other dimension of your character. But I want you to just end up right here. And this is where a lot of people write from. So maybe it's the part you already feel most comfortable with. But it's like it's the Ajna Chakra. And it's the third eye chakra. And it's about your intuition as well. But it's also about it's called the seat of command, right? And it's the part of you that is the frontal lobe in a way. It's the part of you that's the executive functioning, the part of you that's in charge of things, that controls things, that understands things, it has to listen to the heart to not be imbalanced. But I want you to see how is your character, I said his, but he, she, or they, how do they relate to being in control? How do they relate to their control over their life? How do they relate to their seat of command? How do they feel in power? Do they feel empowered? Do they feel disempowered? Do they feel conscious and aware and intuitive? Do they feel distracted? I want you to just put your hand here with me, and that's where you get to the regular old om, om. You can feel those vibrations. Open that chakra up and write from that place. Surprise yourself. Get messy. Don't overthink it. Or I guess this is the thinking one, but don't overthink it. 1 minute, go. The seat of command. How do they feel there? Where would they rather be? Or is this their safety spot? Picture them meditating. Picture them tapping into that third eye, seeing something